Hello Physical Fiends, it is Jordan here with some news that you probably all know about by now, but I thought I would add my 2 cents into proceedings, plus some extra bits of news that's worth talking about but they didn't need individual videos. Firstly, the main topic of this video, Star Fox, is coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch 2, and of course, since this is Physical Paradise, I wouldn't talk about it if it didn't have a physical release, and this will have one on a proper cartridge, not a game key. It's releasing June 25th this year, literally next month. That is insane between announcement time and release time. I absolutely love that. You can pre-order it with the links down below in the description and pinned comments. Of course, the announcement is also a little bit confusing. This got its own mini direct, which may show a change in marketing direction from Nintendo. We haven't had a proper first-party direct in such a long time, just smaller, more dedicated announcements like this one. Will they continue like this in the future for their first-party games? Directs are events, like in the gaming sphere. Everyone whips up a frenzy about them. It's good to have a nice list of big games coming to look forward to over the calendar year. But on the other hand, maybe Metroid Prime 4 burned them a bit too much. And of course, the painful development cycle for Breath of the Wild and a little bit of Tears of the Kingdom, they had people waiting just a little bit too long. Yeah, we want to know a Zelda is coming, but do we need to know that early? Maybe for their massive Zelda and Mario games, they'll give us more than a month's notice to get the marketing rolling, giving more time to build the hype, but for these secondary titles, I wouldn't be surprised to see them try this method for a while longer. If they announced this game like a year ago, would people still be excited by the time it actually comes out? I don't think so. I think this way keeps the hype levels high enough for these smaller titles. And I'm using smaller in quotation marks. Of course, they are big releases, but in comparison to, say, Pokemon or Mario, Zelda, they do take a secondary seat in terms of importance to Nintendo. Of course, this could just be a special case. Maybe when developing it, they kinda knew there would be a mini backlash, because let's face it, there's already been a lot of, well, legitimate complaints, plus some memes and jokes about it. I want to state from the off here right now, I am personally excited about it, and I'm very much looking forward to it, but there are some fair points as to why if you scroll the YouTube comments on that direct, you're seeing quite a bit of negativity. So, Star Fox on Nintendo Switch 2 is a remake of Star Fox 64, or if you're cool like me, Lylat Wars, which is pretty much all Star Fox games. Like 64 itself was based on the Super Nintendo game, and it is a game that was remade for the 3DS, and then Star Fox Zero on Wii U was pretty much a reimagining of it. Never mind all the Virtual Console and then Nintendo Switch Online releases too. It's something many of us older fans have played many times over the years. We've loved it. Star Fox 64, it never gets old. But you do have to ask the question, would it have been so difficult to make something new? You know, same structure, same gameplay style, just different levels and a different story. But no, it appears to be mostly a one-to-one conversion of 64. Hey, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. And it is hard to improve on perfection. Let's face it, there are a bunch of 10-year-olds out there who have never even seen a Star Fox game, never mind played the greatest rail shooter of all time. And to have it put out with brand new visuals looking sharp as attack, why not? Well, if you like that kind of attack, because while the world visuals have been universally praised, the new character designs and animation have drawn ire. And yeah, I think this might be my least favorite part of this announcement. It's not a deal breaker, I will get used to it. I've grown to love like uglier things in my life. I own a Fender Telecaster. I used to think they were disgusting guitars, and yet now I cherish mine until the day I die. But I do think the main cast could have done with another round in the concept room, and Fox is rocking a bigger double chin than myself. That takes some doing. And the voice acting, I will give it the benefit of the doubt because they are following on from legends. Star Fox 64 is one of the most quotable games in video game history, and the voice acting was connected to that. There's no way they could follow up. So yeah, it is Star Fox 64, but looking nicer. It doesn't appear there is a whole lot of new content in the single player side of things. In terms of levels, I really wish there were like extra routes, extra bosses, a couple of extra planets, but unless that's being kept on the lowdown until release, I guess not. But there is online play, which I don't really play online games these days, but I think I would give this a try. I loved the multiplayer back in the day, and this seems to have even more options. And I think me and my daughter could play this together with the co-op campaign, or with the shared controls, the mouse thing. I'm feeling that. And the extra goals to get in each level will add what was always a very replayable game. I am looking forward to it. I have added Star Fox to my increasing list of proper physical releases on Nintendo Switch 2. If you want to bookmark that and follow Switch 2 library's growth, you can find that with the link down in the description. I just added another 2 today, which is what I'm going to talk about now as extra news, because there's some Switch 2 loving in the air for whatever reason. Not only Star Fox, but today, Majors announced that Steins Reboot is getting a proper physical release in Japan on Nintendo Switch 2 alongside the original Switch and PlayStation 5. This is kinda hot off the press, so we could hear about a Western release in the very, very near future. America is still sleeping while I'm making this video over here in Asia. However, even if there is no announcement about that, not to worry, because this Japanese release will support English language options. This reboot promises updated visuals, refined user interface, and a revitalized story with more story content like new scenarios to make it even enticing for those who've read the visual novel before, which is actually considered to be one of the greatest visual novels ever made. I know there were plenty of issues with the previous remaster of the game, Elite, which some people actually didn't like as much compared to the original, so hopefully this new reboot will please everyone, and supposedly it will include more connections to the wider science adventure series and a potential sequel. Definitely one to look forward to. It's releasing August 20th in Japan. Let's wait and see about a Western release. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already, because I will let you know, I promise you that. I am very useful for telling you guys about physicals, especially on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. Fitness Boxing 3 is getting a Switch 2 physical as well in Japan. Yes, this was already out on Nintendo Switch, but this is a Switch 2 edition that's releasing physically July the 16th. It will play in English. Again, this is hot off the press, so who knows about a Western physical at this time, but this upgraded version of the fitness game will include improved measurements of your timing, faster gameplay if you want to, and will include camera features if you want to see yourself looking sweaty and disgusting. And there's game share support too, so you and your mates can sweat together and look disgusting together. Another one to add to the physical library of the Nintendo Switch 2. All 3 games, Star Fox, Steins Reboot, and Fitness Boxing 3 have been added to my little database, and you'll also find purchase links for Star Fox if you want to buy it and support me and this channel at the same time. That is the best way to support me. I greatly appreciate that. Let me know your thoughts about Star Fox. Are you looking forward to it? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? Will you be getting it day one? Or maybe you're more excited about Steins Gate. I wouldn't blame you, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care.